Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. We're finally getting around to talking about the next Call of Duty in Vanguard. Lots of discussion the last couple of days with the alpha out, how it's going to fare for competitive play, and formally even indicating he might even come back in a couple of years, but Vanguard is not necessarily the title for him. Very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new as always, I would greatly appreciate it. Really upset the channel, thank you very much indeed for doing that. Of course, this is the Champion Hill Vanguard alpha that's been out for these last couple of days on PlayStation only. The beta's coming relatively soon, I'm pretty sure. Interesting game mode, didn't get a chance really to play it. I watched a fair bit of it. It's not necessarily my cup of tea, but still, things look relatively decent in some perspective, but there are certainly some gimmicks in the game that some people would like to get rid of. So let's talk about a few of them. This, first of all, from Parasite, I just thought I'd mention, because a lot of talk lately about Plutonium and what some of the pro players could play during the off-season. Plutonium is effectively this like PC Black Ops 2 situation, and Parasite's talking now about how to make this happen with Black Ops 2 with a controller in, because now they just added aim assist to the game. So that could be exciting to see the pros go back to Black Ops 2. I'm sure Parasite's pretty excited to do so as well. So I'll leave this link down below if you guys would like to check it out and figure out how this all works. If the pros do so, I'm sure a lot of people will follow on as well. Modern Warzone says this a few days ago now though, because it seems like we are going back to the old minimap from Call of Duty Modern Warfare. No one really liked this. I don't really know anyone who liked the fact that it was just on the compass rather than the minimap itself. They brought it back in Black Ops Cold War, understandably so. But yeah, now it seems like the minimap is going back to the old way, where even if you shoot up with an unsuppressed weapon, you don't even appear on the minimap. So that's classic stuff. Not really sure why they returned to this stuff, but yeah, at the end of the day, the game is relatively similar, it seems, from looks and also the way it plays to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Not really a surprise with the integration they're of course trying to do with Warzone. This, though, is a more positive sign for marksmen. Vanguard footstep audio is quiet. I struggle to hear people past 6 to 7 feet. I think it might be perfect like that. We never got to try dead silence, so that being the standard for regular footstep audio is awesome. Now, this is very much good news, I think, because the main issue for me in Modern Warfare was that, like, if I'm playing Surge, I have to just wait for my dead silence field upgrade to pop, then I can use it and actually make a play. Otherwise, I'm being heard all across the park, and it's obviously very frustrating for that to be the case. So if you can only hear people in relatively close situation, then, hopefully that's going to be a lot better for competitive. Means a lot more plays can be made on the map compared to what could have been the case, of course, before in previous titles. Now, this is also a very interesting thing from Modern Warzone. The fact that your footstep audio actually depends on what weapon you're running. If you're using an LMG, you're like always going to hear the guy. And if he's got an SMG, then it's going to be a little bit more quiet, right? So that, potentially that could be pretty handy. Actually could mean that if you do have an SMG and you're making a rush through the middle of the map or something, you're going to get heard a little bit less than you would if you had other weapons in your hand. So pretty promising, I think, for competitive. But this is a confirmation apparently for Modern Warfare 2 Ghost. Dead silence is 100% not going to be a perk, but this could change for launch, as he says here in the reply. So not exactly ideal. We also get this from the STG. Apparently there's like 70 plus attachments on it, so it's honestly chaos right now. They're doing all the classic Warzone integration type stuff. There's a few things that seem good for competitive, few things that I'm not so convinced are necessarily going to be a good idea. But this comes out from Charlie Intel as well. First of all, before we talk about the Scump stuff, please Sledgehammer Games, give us an option to change how dark the screen gets when we're injured. I think this was the case in World War II originally, and eventually they changed it. When you get shot, your screen just goes so dark you can barely see anything. Don't really know why this, hopefully this will get changed for the beta. Definitely some feedback is nice, but this is kind of one of the more frustrating things I saw when I was watching play these last couple of days. This, though, from Scump, it is my year. The pros always love saying this. He's been pretty optimistic about this game, it seems. Obviously, he did hop on. We'll look at a couple of clips here in a second, actually, of Scump's stream a couple of days ago when, he was having a good time, but I'm not necessarily convinced the snipers are going to be particularly good. But this other clip does come out yesterday as well. Exploding rounds make me frown. There's really some weird stuff in the game that make you explode and stuff, and Scump's not particularly happy with this. With the minigun and the death machine kind of comes out to the party, and he's like, okay, what exactly is going on right here? That the replay is pretty shocking indeed, and Scump's mind blown certainly. So there's some interesting things for competitive play. Of course, all these maps seem to have these things that you can smash through the wall of, and break down certain line of sight, and that could potentially be a good thing for Cellium and other players that like to find things like this. Closer would be another one, no doubt. But Formal in the reply says this as well. Yep, good year to skip. So Formal a couple of days ago announced his retirement from competitive play, said he was stepping away. He didn't effectively, I think Scump came out yesterday and said, or maybe the day before now, so look, we were going to part ways with Envoy and Formal anyway, just because the situation that went down, the fact that they could do this OpTic Dallas merger, it seems, and if there's anyone you're really going to drop, I guess Formal and Envoy 4, like Shotzzy and ILLey aren't the two worst players in the world to do so, especially because Formal didn't have the greatest season by his standards. He's decided to step away, But just him saying this seems like, well, Skip could potentially indicate him actually making a return at some point in the future. Whether that will be the case, I somewhat doubt it. Usually when players step away, it's very rare that they return particularly soon, especially the announcement that he did. It was pretty clear that like the stress of it's getting too much to me. I don't want to like let down any teammates or friends or anything like that. And well, maybe though, Formal has a different mindset going forwards, because who knows what happens after this year's title. Like, look, the fact of the matter is, I don't think we're going back to jetpacks anytime soon, but Formal was probably at his best during that kind of jetpack era, right? And if we went back to that point as a Halo player, like he seemed to be particularly comfortable in those type of situations, and maybe if a jetpack title comes out next year, Formal might think, okay, damn, I'm actually down for this again. I miss the competitive side of things, and I want to make the return. There has been some players this year, the likes of Rated, right, who has gone to Warzone, done great things over there, but now thinks, okay, yeah, I kind of wish I could compete again and miss the competing aspect of it, which maybe could happen to Formal, but what even the scene looks like at that point if he tries to make a return, it's going to be challenging to do so. But if he did want to, he'd certainly be someone who you'd probably snap up to a spot relatively soon.
I'm going to learn it.
We might not play. We might not play. Cool. We are playing.
We are playing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
It's all on you now.
Oh my god, man. You just got insta-killed.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, don't worry. I win this.
Be right.
I don't win this shit. Wait, okay. Now I know what meta is now. The bar, you just got to buy the bar and sit in the back of your base.
Yeah, you could do that.
3rd place, bro. All right, everyone. The game is not chalked. Okay, that was the first game on. Everyone relax. Sniper.
Just bagged around. Nice work, soldier.
You should drop it and give it to me.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Ew. Ew.
It's not nice.
It's not. I mean, well, I can't knock it till I try it, but it's not looking nice.
All right. You
And we're playing a team with 3 lives.
Yeah. So
yeah. I got
go
it.
left. You go left.
All right, we're gonna camp. We're gonna camp up. Oh my god! Wait,
That
no,
landed right on top of
I'm
me.
not. What just happened? These kids got nade spots? Wait, he's sniping in the back. Oh my god! You got the life
No,
though.
I traded, yeah. He's on the left-hand side.
Another main assault rifle player with questions around his head is Priestahh, the untradable, he says right here. So pretty ridiculous statistic actually from Relevant Stats. In terms of the highest untraded kill percentage, the entire top 10 is pretty much ARs as expected, which as you can see right here. So KD in terms of search and destroy, but an untraded kill percentage. So when Priestahh got a kill, he wouldn't die within 5 seconds, which I'm pretty sure is what untraded means, 86% of the time, which is pretty impressive. Insight's right behind him at 85%. I mean, the KD from Insight in search and destroy is absolutely outrageous compared to a lot of these other assault rifles. But yeah, Priestahh, the untradable, it does indeed seem, but not necessarily the undroppable, as someone was kind of hinting at in the replies. But who knows what happens with New York? It's so much up in the air right now. This is kind of interesting actually. Call it League trivia. Subliners had one of the highest Game 5 win percentages this year, a 75% win rate. The Ultra, Subliners, and Empire were in question. Empire had a really good win rate in their round 11s, but Game 5s I think was a little bit more suspect. But Subliners actually won a fair few of them, so I guess credit to those guys, but probably not going to be the same team next year, you would imagine. If there's if a lot of these other top squads aren't sticking together with the intention of beating FaZe, you would think that New York Subliners will certainly make some sort of moves going forwards. Of course, one of the members of FaZe sitting back and relaxing right now is none other than Cellium. He had a ridiculous world championship. I kind of feel bad he didn't win anything in terms of MVP prizes. Of course, he is a world champion now, so you can't really discredit that. But still, obviously the regular season MVP went to Simp, the Champs MVP went to aBeZy. Both of them kind of deserved some award this season, there's no doubt. But Cellium, honestly, look at these statistics. Hardpoint, I mean, he had a 1.55 in hardpoint over Champs. That's just absolutely outrageous. A 1.15 in Surge, a 1.14 in Control. This guy was out of control. There was a lot of talk about the Scuff Team of the Year, right, and who exactly the flex player should have been on the team. Should it have been Cammy instead of Dashy? Should it have been Cellium instead of Dashy? On Champs form, both Cellium and Cammy are absolutely ridiculous. But of course, we'll have to see how Dashy fares maybe if the OpTic Dallas team comes to fruition in that main assault rifle role. It seems he'll be stepping into the air. Pretty ridiculous from Cellium. Lovely cards as usual from Lion Man right here. This also on there, well, Tom Henderson side from the Vanguard. I mean, I was just really confused about exactly what's going on right here. Changing an attachment will change 4 key aspects of your weapon: firepower, speed, accuracy, and ammo. So there's all these things that are going on, like so many complications to this game. I wish like we just used to go, well, how it was back in the day, pick dead system. They just put quick draw on it, don't just put stock on it, long barrel. Like yeah, I just do what I want, like a few attachments on the weapon. That'll do me very nicely. Like Black Ops 2, even though it had like 18, 20 attachments at times, some of them weren't compatible with each other, and they all kind of made sense in terms of how they operated. And there was like a staple few attachments you would run for most weapons, and it doesn't seem like that's too much the case anymore. The pros will figure out what's the best anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like all these attachments that they decide to chuck into the game nowadays. As Scump says, look, Vanguard will be the best Call of Duty ever made, and yeah, he's having a good time most certainly. Sometimes, but well, certainly some things in the game that maybe need some tweaking. Definitely intrigued to hear your perspective down below on what you think about this title, whether it could be good for competitive play, whether it's going to be a difficult year for us as fans. And of course, even in light of Vanguard and how it sits right now and the potential of that going forwards, still so many questions remain about Rostermania. Dylan, Envoy is a massive question as well. So today is, well, August the 30th. In a few days' time, it's going to be September 5th. That is when things officially can kick off in terms of teams announcing rosters. Hopefully they announce things kind of spread out. I don't want everyone announcing their team on exactly the same day, even though maybe that will indeed happen. But still, some questions to be raised. Envoy in a tough spot at getting dropped off OpTic Chicago. Well, of course, that is confirmed. Where he goes next, nobody really knows. Los Angeles Thieves a big question mark what they do, and with other organizations potentially coming into the fray. It's a very exciting time to be a Call of Duty fan, no doubt. Don't forget to hit that big red button, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill if you made it to the end. Very much intrigued to get your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. Really helps out the YouTube icon. I know you enjoyed this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well, and I've grown the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care, and I will see you next time.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The time to kill is just so inconsistent.
You got 5 lives left.
Mind him, stay up.
Oh my god,
Nice.
I'm bad.
Wait, to your left, she's pushing to your left.
Oh my god, I'm bad.
Nice. They should flip out.
Yeah, they did.
Can't even see through the fire. Oh my god, you're going rogue.
Yeah,
You
I
just
just
went
went
rogue.
rogue, baby.
It's your year, it's your
I
year.
just went rogue, baby.
Nah, yo, the SCG is the best.
STG is kind of nice.